Hello there, I'm Dr. Josephine Libao and welcome to my channel. Our topic for today is Healthy Heart Nutritional Program of Neolife with our Scientific Advisory Board, Mark Lowman. And I would like to introduce to you Jerry Brasfield, the founder of Neolife International. And I've been with him every event, every local and international convention, and I am amazed with his testimony of overcoming his health problem of severe asthma and allergy because of nutrition. And he believes on this principle that we all have the power to take control of our health. So it started in 1958. So it means that the company is very stable with rich heritage of history of safety and efficacy. A company that we can trust. And Neolife International is committed to superior quality nutrition. So it is based in nature, backed up by science. Based in nature, it is organic, natural, but it's beyond that. It's human natural, and it is backed up by science. It has human clinical trials, and it is published in official magazine in Medicine, Nutrition, and Sciences. And we have the seal of our Scientific Advisory Board, which is founded by Dr. Arthur First. He is internationally regarded as a pioneer in toxicology and cancer research. In fact, Dr. Arthur First founded the Stanford Cancer Chemotherapy Laboratory and was at the forefront of disease prevention science for 50 years. Many of his discoveries led to groundbreaking Neolife product, and his enormous talent, energy, dedication, and vision are major reason why year after year Neolife has delivered such leading-edge product to fulfill genuine human needs. Founded in 1976 by Dr. Arthur First, Scientific Advisory Board sits at the core of worldwide network of leading scientists and research facilities, all dedicated to delivering optimum health based on nature's blueprint. Members of our Scientific Advisory Board actively conduct leading-edge research and are regularly published in prestigious scientific journals. The scientific seal guarantees you the finest, safest, most effective products in the world. And we have the Neolife Scientific Advisory Board. They are the best of the best mind in their own respective field. That includes our speaker today. And indeed, I've learned that about 200 bright minds enter into Neolife Scientific Advisory Board, Global Science Network, and partners to give us the best, to assure us that we are always at the leading edge of science, at the forefront of science and nutrition. So Neolife is pioneer in cellular nutrition because we believe that the health of our cell impacts the health of our body, because we are only as healthy as our cell, and we are made up of 75 to 100 trillion of cells. And to make cellular nutrition happen, we need to nourish, protect, repair, and renew the cell. We are also pioneer in whole food nutrition. And we know very well that chronic diseases is growing in an epidemic proportion, higher than ever before. This 2020 chronic diseases account for almost 3 out of 4 deaths worldwide, according to World Health Organization. And we are losing the battle. In fact, the #1 killer is still heart disease. At yun nga yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon. So it's time to end the trend of chronic diseases. And we all know that the leading cause of chronic disease is poor diet, inactive lifestyle, overweight, and obesity. But the good news is we have the solution. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, American Diabetes Association, National Cancer Institute, World Health Organization, and American Heart Association, they are in one accord saying that the key to preventing health and promoting health is weight management, physical activity, a diet rich in whole food nutrients found in whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and fish. So in Neolife, we have the solution. We give you the daily whole food nutrition. And this will be discussed more extensive by our VP of Product Science and Technology and Scientific Advisory Board member, biologist, formulator, quality expert, and he's going to talk about the structure and function of the heart and overcoming the challenges of the heart and the heart health program of Neolife. Please help me welcome Mr. Mark Lowman.
Hello, my name is Mark Lowman, and I'm a member of Neolife Scientific Advisory Board. Right now, I'm going to talk to you about the very important subject of heart health. In this three-part series, we'll discuss a bit about the function of the heart and what the leading scientific organizations are saying about the challenges we face in maintaining a healthy heart. We'll then also discuss what the latest research is showing us and how to overcome those challenges so that we can maintain our heart health. Finally, we will look at some of the great products that Neolife offers to support a healthy heart. I think everyone has a basic idea of what the heart does, but let's spend a little time discussing its function in the body and how it goes about performing it. The structure and the function of the heart is a bit complicated, and it performs its job with us being unaware of it for the most part. The human heart is located in the chest area between the lungs. It's about the size of your fist, and it weighs somewhere between 8 and 12 ounces. That's about 1/4 to 1/3 of a kilogram for those on the metric system. It is divided into 4 chambers, 2 atria, those are the upper smaller chambers, and 2 ventricles, the lower larger chambers. It is further divided into right and left functionalities, with the right atrium and ventricle performing their function in unison and in precision timing with the left atrium and ventricle, and these functionalities boil down to its structure, electricity, and plumbing. The basic function of the heart is to pump blood throughout the body by way of the circulatory system, which is the vast plumbing of arteries and capillaries and veins running throughout our bodies, supplying oxygen to tissues and removing carbon dioxide and other metabolic wastes. The cells of our body need a constant supply of nutrients, including oxygen, in order to function properly, and these are delivered via the circulatory system. If for any reason the heart is not able to supply blood to our cells, tissues, and organs, they will die. During what is called the cardiac cycle, deoxygenated blood returns from the body to the right atrium where it is pumped to the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the deoxygenated blood to the lungs where it is oxygenated, and then it returns to the left atrium. The left atrium then pumps the oxygenated blood to the left ventricle and pumps the blood out to the body. A series of valves prevents blood from flowing in the wrong direction. And this is all controlled by electrical signals that emanate from a group of specialized cells called the sinoatrial node that is located in the right atrium. This small area of cells is also called the heart's pacemaker, and the electrical signals generated there are transmitted throughout the heart muscle, which stimulates the heart to contract and pump blood. Essentially, both atria contract at the same time, then relax, and both ventricles contract at the same time and then relax. You can probably appreciate how complex this system is and how the timing of these events is very important. And you can see that a healthy heart that functions properly is critical to the overall health and well-being of the entire body. Now I'd like to spend some time discussing the challenges we face when it comes to maintaining our heart health and 3 specific risk factors affecting our heart health. Then I will discuss how we can overcome these issues and challenges. You know, in this day and age with data instantly at our fingertips, we have access to a wealth of information about how to maintain our health and well-being, don't we? We all know the heart, like any muscle, needs proper nutrition to function correctly. We know that diet and lifestyle have a direct effect on the health of our hearts. Proper weight management, a balanced diet that includes plenty of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, high-quality protein, and healthy unsaturated fats, along with plenty of active exercise and stress reduction are necessary for a healthy heart. It all seems simple, doesn't it? But is it really? With today's modern, busy, stressful lifestyle, easy to obtain and simple to prepare processed foods, stripped of nutrition, and all the activities that make up our modern lives that leave very little time for ourselves, it's no wonder that globally heart disease is at an epidemic level. Let's look at the data and see where we are today. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, about 610,000 people die of heart disease in the U.S. every year. That amounts to 1 out of every 4 deaths annually. And globally, according to the World Health Organization, cardiovascular diseases are the #1 cause of death. And using their statistics, almost 18 million people died from cardiovascular diseases in 2016, the last year for which we have data, which accounted for 31% of all global deaths. More people around the world died from cardiovascular diseases than from any other cause. So you can see what a huge issue heart health, or the lack of it, has become. The risk factors in developing an unhealthy heart include high cholesterol and high triglycerides, high blood pressure, eating an unhealthy diet, being overweight or obese, smoking, and excessive alcohol intake. All of these are linked to lifestyle choices that we'll talk about in a bit. The most common type of heart disease is coronary heart disease, which kills over 370,000 Americans every year, according to the CDC. Coronary heart disease is where the coronary arteries that supply the heart with oxygen are narrowed or blocked by a substance called plaque. Plaque is made up of cholesterol, fat, and other materials that can build up in the arteries and harden over time, blocking the flow of oxygenated blood. This condition, called atherosclerosis, can lead to heart attack and death. People with high blood cholesterol have twice the risk of heart disease as people with lower levels, according to the CDC, who says that 71 million Americans have high cholesterol. This is our first critical risk factor affecting our heart health, high blood cholesterol. So what is cholesterol? Cholesterol is a waxy fat-like substance that exists in all cells. Your body uses cholesterol to make vitamin D, hormones, and bile, which aids in dietary fat digestion. It's essential that we have enough. Our liver basically produces all the cholesterol that we need for these functions. However, when we consume cholesterol and high-fat foods, the excess cholesterol is sent to our bloodstream. How this cholesterol is carried in the bloodstream determines the likelihood of plaque formation with the potential of developing cardiovascular disease. Cholesterol is carried in the bloodstream as high-density lipoproteins, HDL, and low-density lipoproteins, LDL. Lipoproteins are biochemical assemblies of protein, phospholipids, and cholesterol that carry fats in the bloodstream. HDL cholesterol is the good cholesterol, and I remember that by saying that the H in HDL stands for healthy. Conversely, LDL cholesterol is considered the bad cholesterol, and I remember that by saying the L stands for lethal. Good cholesterol works to remove the bad cholesterol and prevent plaque formation. So we want to raise the good cholesterol and lower the bad. And the best way to do that, according to studies by many leading health authorities, is lifestyle change and diet. Another critical risk factor in heart health is blood pressure. When your heart beats, it pumps blood into your arteries, and blood pressure is the force of the blood pushing against the arterial walls. When your heart is pumping blood, that is when the pressure is the highest. This is called the systolic pressure. When your heart is in between beats, the pressure falls. This is called the diastolic pressure. When you have your blood pressure taken at the doctor's office, it is read as one number over another. That is the highest pressure number over the lowest pressure number, the systolic over the diastolic. According to the current American College of Cardiology and American Heart Association guidelines set in 2017, a normal blood pressure reading is less than 120 over less than 80, and high blood pressure is defined as readings of 130 and higher over 80 and higher. The problem of high blood pressure, also called hypertension, is widespread. The American Heart Association states that almost half of U.S. adults can be classified with high blood pressure under the 2017 guidelines. The WHO estimates that just over 1 billion people worldwide have high blood pressure. The CDC says that only half of Americans with high blood pressure have it under control. However, the WHO reports that globally only 20% have this condition under control. I think the biggest reason why people with high blood pressure do not make some sort of move to put it under control is because typically there are no obvious symptoms. This is why high blood pressure has been called the silent killer. If left undiagnosed and uncontrolled, high blood pressure can cause damage to the heart and circulatory system by hardening arteries and decreasing the flow of blood and oxygen to the heart. This can bring on angina or chest pain, irregular heartbeat, heart attack, and heart failure. High blood pressure is usually a lifestyle condition, although some individuals may be genetically predisposed. It is most often the result of a poor diet with excess calories, high salt, a lack of exercise and physical activity, and being overweight. And let's add smoking and excessive alcohol consumption as risk factors for high blood pressure as well. The third critical risk factor affecting our heart health is body weight, specifically being overweight. There are different definitions of overweight, but the current most commonly used has to do with body mass index, or BMI, which is a ratio of weight to height. For adults, our height is constant, so as our weight increases, the BMI increases. According to the WHO and the American Heart Association, being overweight is defined as having a BMI of 25 and above, and being obese is defined as having a BMI of 30 and higher. Being overweight can put a tremendous strain on the heart, causes the heart to work harder, thus increasing blood pressure and putting a negative strain on the cardiovascular system. Even losing a few pounds can have positive effects on heart health. When body weight is in a normal range, the heart more easily circulates blood, and the chance of developing heart disease is diminished. This concludes the first video in our three-part heart health series, and I look forward to talking with you again soon. In this second of 3 heart health videos, I would like to spend some time discussing how we can overcome the challenges to heart health we just discussed and diminish the risk factors and maintain a healthy heart. As you can probably tell from the issues we discussed, high cholesterol and triglycerides, high blood pressure, and overweight, maintaining our heart health comes down to having a lifestyle that promotes health and well-being. But what exactly does that mean? It means that if you smoke, stop. And if you find that you are consuming alcohol excessively, work on finding ways to decrease or eliminate your alcohol intake. It means consuming a healthy diet, getting exercise, and reducing stress. It means making choices that benefit your health. Like any muscle, the heart needs proper nutrition to function correctly. A balanced diet and healthy eating plan are key to supporting heart health. Both the CDC and WHO recommend diets that limit the intake of fats, especially saturated fats, and reduce the intake of sugar and salt. They also recommend increased consumption of fruits and vegetables as well as legumes like peas and lentils, and whole grains and nuts. The U.S. Departments of Agriculture and Health and Human Services published the Dietary Guidelines for Americans 2015 to 2020. According to this publication, a healthy eating plan emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and fat-free or low-fat milk and milk products. It includes lean meats, poultry, fish, beans, eggs, and nuts. It is low in saturated fats, trans fats, cholesterol, salt, and added sugar. And importantly, it stays within your daily calorie needs. Similarly, the American Heart Association diet plan and the DASH, Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension diet, all share these same elements. And in many aspects, it mimics the Mediterranean diet, Medi diet, that we are all familiar with. Another diet plan that is attracting a lot of attention is the MIND diet, which is a combination of the DASH diet and the Medi diet. These types of diets are perfectly in line with the latest research using nutrition to support a healthy heart, and I would like to summarize a few of the more recent studies. A study published in 2019 in the Journal of the American Heart Association, carried out by researchers from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health and Brigham and Women's Hospital, showed that people who took daily omega-3 fish oil supplements had an 8% reduced risk for heart attack and coronary heart disease death compared to those who took a placebo. And this association was particularly evident at higher doses, suggesting that omega-3 fish oil dosages above 840 milligrams per day may provide greater risk reductions. New research published in the Journal of Nutrition by researchers from Penn State University showed that eating 1 avocado per day can help lower bad LDL cholesterol in overweight adults. Avocados are rich in healthy fats and antioxidant carotenoids, particularly lutein, and it was found that the participants on the avocado diet had higher levels of lutein in their systems and lower levels of oxidized LDL cholesterol. Oxidized LDL cholesterol starts the chain of events to atherosclerosis. The theory is that lutein is preventing the LDL from being oxidized, thus preventing the heart from atherosclerosis. In another study presented at the American Heart Association Scientific Sessions in 2018, funded by the NIH and California Walnut Board, found that eating 1 ounce serving of any type of nuts or peanuts in place of low nutrition snack foods was associated with a lower risk of long-term weight gain and obesity, which has a positive effect on overall heart health. The great thing about this study is that it was a long-term one that followed health professionals who were free of chronic disease at the beginning. These are just a few of the hundreds, if not thousands, of studies showing the numerous benefits of consuming a healthy diet that is in line with recommendations from CDC, WHO, NIH, AHA, and other scientific organizations involved in human health. Now, besides good nutrition, your body needs regular physical activity to maintain heart health. The American Heart Association, WHO, and CDC all recommend 150 minutes per week of moderate physical aerobic activity and at least 2 days per week of muscle strengthening activity. Doing these will have a tremendous positive effect on the health of your heart. Now, that may sound like a lot of time involved, but it's only around 30 minutes a day. However, if you're just starting out, start slowly. Just 5 minutes of physical activity has health benefits, and then work your way up to longer periods of time as you are able. So aerobic activity is anything that makes your heart beat faster. A brisk walk or jumping jacks are 2 examples, and even vacuuming and yard work count as physical activity. As for muscle strengthening activities, these are any activities that will help make your muscles stronger. That of course includes weightlifting, but it also includes activities like push-ups and resistance band workouts. Now I'd like to discuss another factor related to heart health, and that is stress. Everyone experiences stress in their daily lives from work, school, or other daily responsibilities. Life changes like losing a job or starting a new job, illnesses, or moving to a new town can generate stress. Not all stress is bad. It can motivate being prepared or being ready to perform, like for an exam or a job interview. However, long-term stress can have negative effects on health overall, and particularly on the heart. Long-term stress is associated with high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, and other heart problems like arrhythmias. The best is to recognize stress and work to de-stress. There are things that can be done to manage stress, and one important method to de-stress is regular physical exercise, which is in line with a heart-healthy lifestyle. In addition, relaxing activities like yoga or gentle stretching exercises will help de-stress. Even sitting quietly with eyes closed will help to lower stress. Also, setting goals and priorities to feel more in control of what needs to be done and what can wait, and learning to say no to additional tasks that put us into mental overload. These are just some of the ways to help lower the daily stress in our lives, which will help to maintain a healthy heart. So at this point, we're well armed with information on our heart's basic function and what the leading scientific organizations are saying about the challenges we face in maintaining a healthy heart. We also discussed what the latest research is showing us and how lifestyle changes can go a very long way to maintain a healthy heart through life. It's been a pleasure to be with you, and I plan on seeing you again soon. Maintaining a lifestyle that supports a healthy heart can seem daunting at times. The things that we need to do, consuming a healthy diet, getting physical exercise, and de-stressing ourselves shouldn't be difficult, but it sometimes feels that way. In this third video of our Heart Health series, I would like to talk about the ways Neolife product solutions can help. Earlier, we talked about eating a healthy diet, and we discussed what that involves. Consuming the recommended diet can be a challenge, especially in the busy, fast-paced world in which we live. Fortunately, Neolife has developed a number of high-quality, highly effective products that supplement our diets and support a healthy heart. And at this time, I would like to discuss the products that are Neolife designed for heart health. Dietary recommendations stating that omega-3 fatty acid-rich fish be included is based in part on research showing them to be beneficial to heart health. However, safe, good quality fish can be difficult to obtain at times. Neolife Salmon Oil Plus is a clinically tested omega-3 supplement that is based on pure natural salmon oil, and it contains standardized amounts of the 8 nutritionally most important omega-3 fatty acids. Salmon Oil Plus is guaranteed to be pure, and its potency and consistency is assured to deliver over 1,000 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids per 3 capsule serving. On top of that, Neolife is one of the few companies that have clinical evidence that the product actually lowers cardiovascular risk factors such as blood triglycerides and the inflammation index. The dietary recommendation to consume plenty of whole grains can be difficult to achieve since modern food processing strips away important lipids and phytosterols from grains, leaving them nutritionally deficient. Neolife's treonine grain concentrates replaces those lipids, especially the mono and polyunsaturated fatty acids and phytosterols from wheat germ, rice bran, and soybeans. Unsaturated omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids are important to maintaining healthy cellular membranes. Treonine grain concentrates delivers these in a concentrated form to replace grain nutrients that have been removed by processing. 4 to 5 servings each of fruits and vegetables can seem to be a chore to consume. Fortunately, Neolife Carotenoid Complex was developed to fill that need. Carotenoid Complex is a whole food supplement that contains a broad spectrum of carotenoid phytonutrients from a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables. Each capsule contains an optimal serving of carotenoids from tomato, carrots, spinach, bell pepper, peaches, strawberries, and apricots. Research shows that a diet that includes carotenoid-rich fruits and vegetables is heart healthy, and Carotenoid Complex helps to fill that need. To make it even more convenient, Salmon Oil Plus, treonine, and Carotenoid Complex are available all together in a packet form from Neolife as Pro Vitality. These elements that many times are missing from our foods are so important to have in our diets that they have been put together in Pro Vitality so that there is almost no excuse to not supplement our diets with them. Now, another important part of our diet that supports heart health is fiber. On average, people only consume about half the daily recommended amounts of dietary fiber that is needed to maintain good health, mainly due to the consumption of processed foods. There is definitely a large fiber gap for most of us. Neolife's all-natural fiber is a complete and concentrated fiber food and drink mix. Research has shown that dietary fiber supports heart health and a lower risk of cardiovascular diseases. In addition, consuming the recommended amount of fiber, which for U.S. adults is 25 grams for a 2,000 calorie diet, has been shown to aid in overall weight management. Another nutrient that modern food processing has removed from our diets is magnesium. Yet this mineral is needed for every beat of our heart. Neolife's Magnesium Complex provides 300 milligrams of magnesium from Neolife's Tri-Mag blend in a 2-tablet serving. Magnesium is involved in over 700 biochemical reactions and is fundamental to ATP production, which powers all our body's reactions. Organs like the heart, which are very metabolically active, really depend on proper magnesium levels, and magnesium supports healthy blood pressure and a normal heart rhythm. Magnesium is deficient in our diets, and it is so important to supplement with Magnesium Complex. Years ago, Neolife's SAB recognized that a high serum homocysteine level is also a risk factor for heart disease, so high blood levels of this is a bad thing. Homocysteine is an unusual amino acid that comes mainly from consuming meat, and it is normally converted to harmless methionine or cysteine. But we need enough of the B vitamins, particularly B12, B6, and folic acid, to make this conversion. Neolife's lipotropic adjunct was developed to support healthy levels of homocysteine. It combines vitamins B12, B6, and folic acid with choline and inositol that help the body emulsify and utilize fats. It also contains additional citrus bioflavonoids for circulatory system support. Coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10, is a compound that is found in every living thing. It is crucial to the production of energy in the mitochondria that is needed to fuel every biochemical reaction in our bodies. Unfortunately, food processing, lifestyle choices, and aging reduces the amount of CoQ10 in our bodies. Low CoQ10 levels have been associated with a higher risk of heart disease. Neolife's CoQ10 mitochondrial energy complex supplements CoQ10 that has been lost from our diets or that have been depleted because of aging or prescription drugs. In Neolife's unique formula, naturally sourced plant origin CoQ10 is delivered in a format that enhances bioavailability. Our hearts will beat about 3 billion times in a lifetime, and we need proper levels of CoQ10 in our bodies to produce the energy needed to support a healthy heart. Neolife's CoQ10 formula also contains other nutrients that also play important roles supporting mitochondrial energy production. And last, but certainly not least, TREY, the nutritional essence of superfruits. All the leading scientific organizations recommend the increased consumption of fruit in our diets. In fact, as we have seen, a heart-healthy diet includes 4 to 5 servings of fruit per day. This is because fruit, especially highly colored fruit, contain polyphenolic compounds that have been shown to support a healthy heart. 4 to 5 servings per day can be difficult for a person to achieve on their own. Fortunately, each serving of TREY is packed with phytonutrients from pomegranates, green tea, and acai berries, along with a range of polyphenols from the dark-colored superfruits, blueberry, bilberry, elderberry, cranberry, blackcurrant, red grapes, as well as white grapes, in addition to standardized amounts of resveratrol and alpha-lipoic acid. TREY is potent nutritional support for the body's fight against inflammation and oxidation, which helps to support a healthy heart. Now, we have gone over quite a bit of information. We have discussed the function of the heart and about challenges we face today in maintaining a healthy heart. We have also discussed what the latest research shows, how a healthy diet, physical activity, and de-stressing will overcome those challenges so that we can maintain our heart health. And we have discussed ways how we can take control of our own heart health, along with the health of Neolife products, so that we can live long, healthy, active lives with a strong, healthy heart. Neolife product solutions and the good advice that you receive from the Neolife community and living the Neo lifestyle provides tremendous support for our heart health and well-being. It's been a great pleasure to be with you, and I look forward to being with you again soon.
Magandang hapon po. Ako nga po pala si Erby Ablasa, taga San Isidro, Cabanatuan City. Way back 2009, I was diagnosed na mayroong baradong ugat sa puso. Sabi ng aking doktor, immediate operation ang kailangan. Subalit ako'y na-operahan na po sa ulo. Ayoko na nung mabilisang desisyon sa operasyon. Nais ko na lang na magamutan muna kami. Bumayag siya at linggo-linggo ang aming pagkikita. Nagkataon naman ng mga panahon yon na introduce kay Mrs. ang Neolife product. So sinubukan ko ang Pro Vitality na sinabay ko sa aming gamutan ng doktor. At nakaka-amaze ko, within a matter of 2 weeks, nakaramdam na ako na kakaibang sigla. Isang umaga, masiglang magsigla ang aking katawan at ibinangon ko. Pumunta ako sa bukid. Ginawa ko yung aking dating ginagawa na nagpapalpitate at nahihirapan ako sa paghinga. Ginawa ko nga po ulit at natuklasan ko sa aking sarili na wala na yung ganung pakiramdam. Natapos ko ang gawain ng wala akong naramdamang ulit. Salamat sa Pro Vitality at sa Panginoon na alam ko siya ang may gusto ng lahat. Maraming salamat.
Wow! Salamat sa napakagandang lecture ni Dr. Mark Lowman. And salamat, Sir Irvi Ablasa, sa testimony mo. And napag-alaman ko na pati ang iyong bayaw na meron ding sakit sa puso ay na-overcome din niya yung kanyang health challenges. But anyway, ako din, I would like to tell you my story kasi ako rin ay merong ischemia of the heart, merong rheumatic heart disease, and merong diabetes. And I often develop infection. Meron na rin akong gastritis sa dami ng iniinom na gamot. And at the same time, meron din akong hemorrhoids. But anyway, ang gusto kong ikwento sa inyo ay yung aking heart problem. Kasi before, madali akong mapagod. Kumain lang ako ng marami, nagpapalpitate na ako, yung meron na akong kapos na ang paghinga. And lalo na kapag sa sports, nararamdaman ko talaga yung aking palpitation and chest pain. Kaya talagang umiinom na ako ng maintenance and even yung sugar ko mataas din. Hininto ko yung mga gamot kasi gusto kong masubukan kung talagang epekto nga ng food supplement ito. And dahilan sa buntis nga ako and I discovered na after taking it 1 month, nag-normal yung aking cholesterol, yung triglyceride, and even yung sugar ko. Kaya talagang masasabi ko that the product works. Sabi ko, hindi naman ito gamot, food supplement lang. Pero bakit yung hindi nagawa ng marami kong iniinom na gamot, nagawa lamang ng tinatawag ko na vitamins. Kaya talagang bumilib ako dito and I started sharing it to people and they too appreciate the product. So if you are interested, then just call me. Sa video, andon yung aking number. So I can share you how you can join or how you can register to Neolife para naman maka-avail ka ng diskwento. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel.